today's video, I am going to conclude the Elevate Yourself series by going over our last two steps or our last two phases, 5 and 6. For those of you who have not seen phases 1 through 4, I will encourage you to check out those videos so that you can get an idea of what it means to elevate yourself and things that you can do to help yourself along the way, to grow, to nurture, and to just become a better version of yourself overall. So for phases 1 through 4, I will leave a link to those two videos in the description box below. But yes, let's get into 5 and 6 without further delay. Phase number 5, I want you to think long and hard about improving your physical wellness. Now, when I talk about physical wellness, this can be many things, but let's think about physical fitness number 1. Physical fitness is important for us as we age because our cells are getting older, our body is getting older, and it's going to be important for us to be able to maintain a certain amount of agility and mobility as we age so that we are doing okay when we enter our later years of life. Research has shown that newcomers to physical fitness should look at doing light to moderate exercise, things that aren't going to be too hard on your joints and on your body overall, but then eventually as you get used to working out and putting a little bit of stress on your body, that you increase the intensity of the exercises that you do. So if you're a newcomer and you're not used to working out, perhaps you might start with power walking or walking with light weights or no weights. You might start exercising with your bodies. That will also include walking or squats or things of that nature. Start tracking the steps that you're taking per day so that you can get an idea of how much time it takes you to not only get in those steps, but truly give you an overall outlook of how much you're actually getting in per day. The next thing that I'm going to encourage you to do is after you've built up enough stamina and your body can handle the stress of exercise, is to build upon that by doing more intense exercising. So I'm going to ask you to look into resistance training. I'm going to ask you to look into HIIT training. I'm going to ask you to look into perhaps purchasing a jump rope to see if that could help you get your body into the best shape that you can get it into. Your older years, I've said this before on the channel, your older years will thank you. And it's important for us, especially as women, as we're aging, to get into the habit of building and maintaining muscle. Research shows that as women, after we turn 30, we start to see a significant amount of muscle loss. And that's why it's going to be really important for us to get into resistance training and weightlifting so that we can recover what is trying to leave us, but also to build upon what we would need for our future years. In addition to physical fitness and exercise and getting out into nature or into the gym and moving your body, I'm also going to encourage you to see your nurse practitioner or your primary care doctor for your wellness visits. On my channel, I have taken polls and I have also discussed the fact that we as women, we may not go to see our general practitioner or our doctor, our physician or nurse practitioner until we are perhaps sick or very ill. But I want us to think about changing that. I want us to think about getting into the habit of making it routine. That's part of the wellness journey, is taking care of yourself on a day, month to month, year to year basis so that we are doing the best that we can. It's inevitable. Once in a while we may have a cold or a viral infection, but these things don't have to wipe us out. These things don't have to knock us off from what we're doing. God willing, we'll be able to bounce back and get into things that nurture and are good for us. There's the things that we're going to have to do in general. Take care of family and take care of work responsibilities or business responsibilities, but there's a part of our life where it needs to be dedicated solely to us. And not saying it's for us to just go ahead and put that energy back into other things, but honestly, taking care of ourselves is so crucial because we need time for ourselves to rest, to relax, do things we enjoy. And the best way to do that is in a healthy state. We want to rest healthy. We want to be active healthy. We want to do things that we enjoy healthy with a healthy body, mind, and spirit. So I'm going to encourage you to take care of your physical fitness, and also be sure to see your provider on an annual basis for whatever it is that you need to do. It might be an annual checkup, but it also might be going to get your mammogram on a yearly basis if you're past a certain age 40. This was my last mammogram. Don't make fun of my duds, but I said, why not get some footage while I'm here? This is the only footage you're going to see of me getting my mammogram this year. And it's really important because there was one year I went to get a mammogram and it was late. It was past the year mark. And I sat next to another patient who was getting her mammogram, and we had a conversation about her daughter getting married and what they do in their particular culture with weddings and things of that nature. And she had told me she had stage 4 breast cancer. And the conversation then led into one way or another where I had confessed that it had been over a year that I got my mammogram. And she was almost begging me, don't ever do that, don't do that. Especially if you're not going to be doing your self-checks, which you should all be doing your self-checks on a monthly basis, is to please don't delay getting your mammogram on an annual basis. This woman said she was so busy doing this, doing that, taking care of the family. She had just ignored going to get her mammogram. And by the time she got it, which I don't know how many years it had been, she had already had stage 4 breast cancer. So I'm going to encourage you to please take your health seriously and go for your annual check. I want to also just say your body is your first and final home. And so it will be with you everywhere you go. It is something that you have to take care of, that you need to take care of. It is you. So however you're going to get there, start with baby steps if you need to, or run if you have to. Sprint. Go ahead and do that. Whatever the way is going to work best for you. But I'm just going to encourage you to keep thinking of ways to get healthy, to keep your health in check, keep your health at optimal, best way that you can. And it's a holistic perspective. In my last video, I did talk about mental health, and it's a combination. Physical health does come with mental health comes with physical health. So again, I encourage you to explore the different ways in which you can get physically healthy. I will leave a link to a few resources for you below if you're interested in workouts and getting into shape for beginners. And I will also leave a link to some information about why it's important to get your annual checkups, including mammograms and women's wellness visits, and seeing your general practitioner, doctor, or nurse practitioner. And the sixth and final phase or step for this round of the Elevate Yourself series that I'm going to encourage you to take seriously is your spiritual health, your spiritual wellness. That's going to also look different for many of us. But oftentimes when the spirit is down, low, broken, challenged, we might find ourselves not only doing things that don't make sense for us, but struggling day to day. I think the spirit is connected to the mental health as much as it is the physical health. Everything is connected, right? And it's also about intention. If you're intending to grow, I would consider you looking at your spiritual health. Now, for me as a Muslim, that can mean many things for many Muslims, but I know that lack of remembrance of my Creator and taking for granted the need to be tethered to my Creator, if that makes sense, to be tethered, to always have the Creator in the forefront, the back, the side of what you're doing in your mind is really important. And like I said, without getting into the nuances, because it's not about my personal story right now, I can get into that probably later, but we women will find ourselves in so many challenges. And like I said, there are women who watch these videos. They're women of different faiths. Some of you might not ascribe to a certain faith, but I will still encourage you in whatever shape or form is to remember your spirit, your spirituality, and what that means to you. Some of you are still on that journey. I think this is a lifelong journey. because I can say that for a certain. It's still a journey. Every day you have to discover new things as you are living life. You discover new things, you learn new lessons, you learn things about yourself, you learn things about other people. And that's what life is about. Learn and implement, right? You set your intentions, you go for it, you revamp your intentions, and you go for it, go for something else again. But yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about is digging into your spirituality and finding out what that means to you and holding on to that. Let that grow for you because it means a lot to many people. All of the things that I've been telling you in these series. Please hold on and always set your intention. Please get your blood work done so that you know what's going on internally. Please don't let your mental health be put to the back burner. It's really important that you take care of your mental health. Also, consider your relationships with the people that are around you and that are surrounding you. Are they nurturing you or are they hurting you? Are they helping or are they hurting you? You have to ask yourself that deeply. How is it going for you in these relationships in your life? And then take care of your physical wellness, take care of your physical health, and never forget your spirituality, never forget your creator or what spirituality means to you, and try to grow from there and become a better version of yourself, because that is the goal of this series. It is to elevate yourself. That being said, I want to encourage you to, again, if you haven't watched the first two videos in my series, to check them out. Also, I want you to sign up for my newsletter. It is a free newsletter that I am hoping to launch very soon. I have a sign-up list, which I will link below. And when you sign up for the newsletter wait list, you also get to get a free health guide on perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. I apologize, there's a plane flying by me now. So the guide, again, is on perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause. It's a high-level guide that introduces you to this phase of life. For many of you who are watching that, if you're between the ages of, let's say, 35 and 55 and above, you would have been experiencing some symptoms, or you might just want to understand more about what it means to be in a menopause transition and how you can help yourself through the transition. 85% of us women will experience some type of menopause-related symptom. 15% of us won't. So it's still important, though, to, aside from symptoms, to learn how we can get healthy in terms of our brain health, heart health, muscle, and bone health. I will also leave a link talking about the importance of those specific parts of our body which really need us to focus as we get older, as we enter menopause, because it has to do with our hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, especially estrogen, and it has to do with how our bodies are reacting to a fluctuation or a loss of estrogen and estrogen within the body. So yes, that will conclude the series for today. Please check out not only my shorts videos, but also my live videos. I'm trying to ramp up the amount of information I put out there because I do enjoy it, and the ideas just keep coming to me, and I wanted to share that with you. So again, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye. Oh, and before I go, I do want to mention that I am going to be going live on Monday, August 12th at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am going to be going live with our Medication Cabinet Monday series. I'm going to probably alternate between Menopause Mondays and Medicine Cabinet Mondays. So for Monday, August 12th, I'm just going to probably pick a few products that we commonly have in our medicine cabinets. I'm going to talk about why we have these products, what these products are used for, how to store them safely, for example. And then I'm also going to perhaps put out a couple more polls about what specific drugs or herbal medications or traditional medications that you would want to talk about and discuss on the live. So please make sure you mark your calendars. I'll try to set a schedule for that through my channel. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I appreciate your time with me, and see you in the next video. Bye.